Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at another video. And we're going to be doing a commentary on a video. All I can say is that, yeah, this is a very dangerous thing that's out here. It's like a dumb disease. And it's spreading rapidly through the female community, because the stuff that you hear just sounds bad, selfish, wrong, not fair at all. And for some reason they think that that's cool and that's fair for it to be not fair. So let's look at the video, and after we watch the video, I'm gonna give you my opinion on it, and you can put in the comments what you think.
I just came back from a date that was going extremely well. Everything was perfect. Everything was cool. And towards the end of the day, he's like, "What you think about a second date?" And I'm like, "This was great. I enjoyed this. So yeah, I'm down." And he goes, let me put on my dumbass voice. He goes, "So, I gotta ask, what you think about paying for the second date? Because now you know that bill at the restaurant was like $120. So I go, so what you think about going to the nearest hell? I'm never getting back those hours of my life. They're literally forever fucking gone. I just came back from a date that was going extreme.
All right, guys, you heard it out of her mouth yourself. Let me just say a few things about this whole situation. 1 second, right here. All right. Excuse me for that little brief little interlude. So, you heard what she had to say. The date was going extremely well for her because she didn't have to pay for shit. The date was going extremely well for her at first because she's getting a free meal. The date was going extremely well for her because he said everything she liked and did everything the way she wanted him to do it. Think about this, okay? Just think about this. This is why you should not take, if the woman is about money and taking her out, don't take her nowhere. Let her find another sucker to do it. Let me explain. She's talking about time that she won't get back. What about that money he ain't gonna get back? He could have did something else with his $100 and some. Now just think about this. He had to go pick her up. You know he did, because she didn't get up and leave. He had to go pick her up. He had to bring her there from wherever she stayed and he stayed. Okay. So he had to put gas. He had to plan it, take her to a place that she liked and wanted to go. And because I'm sure she picked it. She went in there and ordered what she wanted to order because she knew the restaurant, because she done been there before, probably on other dates for other suckers that took her and didn't get the point. She was getting a free meal. There's so many women today that just won't think it's cool to use a man for a free meal. Learn how to cook. Buy some groceries. Buy your own shit. Cook in your own house. And maybe a lot of you guys wouldn't be overweight. You've been getting a lot of free meals, and that free meals is coming back to bite. And let me just say this. When you say hours of your life, you could see the selfishness in her, that she ain't paid for shit ever. Because when you pay for something, You wouldn't say that kind of shit if you was paying for it. You wouldn't say the person say their time will be lost to her and she paid for it. She'll be hot. Well, about my money, I paid all my money. They had food over a little bit of money, especially black folks, especially black women. So now he paid for it. She could show her ass. She could say all this little slick shit. Now here's the question I gotta ask. What if this was her best friend or her father? She wouldn't dare talk to him like that. Or somebody that she respected or was cool with. She wouldn't dare talk to them like that if they spent their money. She wouldn't have no problem. This is the problem I have, ladies. Listen, you should treat your man the same way you treat your best friend. If you will spend half with your best friend, but you want to talk about, I want my man to be my best friend, my everything, but you ain't treating him like your best friend. You'll chip in with your best friend. You ain't gonna have your best friend paying for everything and not putting nothing in on nothing. Listen, that right there could have been a test. And that should be a test. He went out of his way to take her to a restaurant that she liked. And she was not respectful of anything. She just wanted the free meal. Now let's look at this carefully. I don't know what the guy looked like, but I'm going to assume here that he a guy that she didn't really want to date. She wanted the meal, but she didn't really want to hook up with him. Let me say something to you guys. When a woman is very attracted to a man, he ain't got to take her on no date like that. He ain't got to spend that kind of money. That's the truth. She'll drop it like it's hot for the man she really like. And for a man she kind of like, or he got money and she want to test his pockets, she'll have him take 5 or 10 dates before she'll do anything with him. And he got to pretty much spend and spend and spend. And even then, he might not get nothing out of the deal. So you're investing, guys. You're investing into a person that's not your wife. And that investment just at that table just got up and walked away. That $100 and some startup investment just walked away. That's exactly what happened. She's talking about her time like she did something, like her time worth something. If she was sitting at home, she wouldn't have made no money. She couldn't even pay for her meal. Anybody that got money can pay for their own damn food. What was the point of being independent, ladies? She used him for a free meal, didn't care about him like that, didn't like him like that, because she didn't even hesitate to tell him how she felt. Now, if that would have been her best friend, guess what she would have said? Sure, girl, I'll pay the next time. If that would have been somebody related to her and they was going, yeah, sure, she would have respected the meal. That was her daddy, she would have respected that meal. She wouldn't have never said nothing to him like that. She would have respected that meal. This is my issue with this, ladies. You all should treat the men with the same respect you would treat your best friend and the same respect you would treat one of your family members. That's his money. He don't know you. He don't got to take you out. That ain't his job. That's something he choosing to do because he like her and he trying to get to know her and he trying to do it her way. Fuck doing it her way. Let her get her own fucking meal. If she act like that and got an attitude like that, to me, that's a fail. It don't matter. I wouldn't, because let's look at it this way. How many more dates would he have had to take her on before anything would have happened? I'm going to get it to you from where I'm listening to it like this. Nothing would have ever happened. So he could have took her on 4 or 5 dates. She'd have took them 4 or 5 free meals at 4 or 5 nice restaurants. And then she would have said that little slick shit and talked about what. And she ain't, let me tell you something. I'm going to start ranking you chicks. With her makeup on, she looked cute. I give her a 6. She looked like she was a bit on the heavy side. I can't really see her body, but I'll say just with her face, I'll give her a 6. That's with makeup. Now, when we subtract the makeup, the weave, and all that stuff, she probably about a 5 or a 4. And yet, she's sitting there talking that shit. You a 6 with the lights off. What are you with the lights on? Let me repeat that. You're a 6 with the lights off. What are you with the lights on? She's sitting there talking that shit and look like she done had quite a few meals herself free. And she been getting over a little bit on the free side. But I can guarantee you he wouldn't have got nothing out of that deal. He would have took her on 4 or 5 dates and he wouldn't have got shit out of that deal. And this is the problem, guys. You got to stop taking them out to expensive places. Because whenever a woman is doing that, she don't want to date you. She don't want to date you. She'll give you some if you spend enough money on her and buy her what she want. But here's what else you also have to think about. What happens if you sit there and you spend all that money on her and it would have been a more expensive restaurant, right? That could have been $300. That could have been $400, right? Listen to it. Understand where I'm coming from. What if you spend all that money and you say the wrong thing that she don't like? Like he asked that question. You can ask one question and all your money your investment, your startup investment just went down the tubes, just walked away. So you need to understand that there are just certain things that you just can't deal with, okay? You need to understand there are certain things, certain people you just need to stay away from. And this is one of those people. Certain things you need to stay away from, period. End of story. You need to stay away from. And this is one of those things. This is why a lot of you ladies are going to die alone. This is why a lot of y'all are single, because you are selfish. You have no respect and no kind of dignity about yourself. You don't seem to care about the other person that's doing you a favor, because he didn't do her a favor by taking her out. He didn't have to do that. She's not his wife. She's not his girlfriend. He trying to get to know her. Why do you have to spend money to get to know somebody? Because if you got to spend money to get to know them, that means you're going to have to spend money as you keep knowing them. And I ain't trying to deal with nobody. I got to spend some money on the first time I'm meeting them to get to know them. I just ain't doing it. Now, if it's, if it's something simple and she ain't really asking me for nothing, then that's different. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind spending the money for somebody that is worth the money. But that ain't going to be a first date. Excuse me. That initial investment, it ain't going to be a first date. Not at all. It's not going to be a first date. Listen, guys, if you have to take her to an expensive restaurant to get to know her, don't even deal with her. It's not even, that lemon ain't worth the squeeze. It ain't worth the squeeze. Don't even worry about it. If you meet a woman and she start automatically straight off the rip asking you for shit, get rid of her. Don't even talk to her. Don't waste your time. It is a waste of your time and energy. And at the end of the day, when it go bad, she gonna say shit like this. And whatever you did, it was just like you burned it. It's like you burned your money. He could have took that $100 and some and he could have put that towards something else. He could have put that towards something else. He could have took himself to that restaurant a couple of times, at least twice. If that's the case, you got to look at the $120. You got to look at the tip. I don't know if he tipped, but I know the bill was $120, and it's only 2 people. So that's pretty expensive. It's a nice restaurant. That's a pretty nice restaurant. And she wasn't appreciative for it. She didn't say, well, you know what? Thank you for at least taking me here. And, but I really don't, feel I should spend money, going out on a date with you. Or, hey, listen, thank you for the nice time or the nice restaurant you took me to. But if I got to spend money, then I'm just not going to go on another date. She could have did it a bunch of different ways to show some appreciation. If that would have been her best friend, she would have said, I ain't got no problem paying for it. This is my thing. This is the problem. The woman wants to put her friends, her family members, her everything in front of the man. And these are grown, older women, bro, in their late 30s, early 40s, 50s, and they think like somewhere on another planet. They think like, I can't even say what they think like, because it's all stupid and crazy to me. Some of the ones that think this way. Like the men owe them, like the men is supposed to do that, like the men supposed to provide. Let me explain something to you ladies right here, right now. He's supposed to provide for those he care about, and he's supposed to provide for his wife. Not no motherfucking stranger. Not some chick that he just met. Not some woman he going on a first date with, wine and dine and splurge her while she go. Now, I guarantee you the dude she's sleeping with ain't taking her to none of them restaurants. He ain't taking her to no fucking 5-star restaurants. He ain't spending 120 on shit. Nothing. Guarantee you if she got babies, her baby daddy ain't taking her to no restaurant. So it's disrespect and not polite or to come off as somebody like that who's doing something that they don't have to do. It's just a thought that count. He was nice enough to take her to a place. He don't have to do that. That's not his job. That's not no man's job that don't know you. Let me say something to you ladies. You're special to the people you know, and to your children, your family members, your friends. You're not special to men that are just people that are strangers to you. You're just another person, another woman walking by, another woman. All of you are not special. You are special to the people you know. You somebody's daughter, and that man is somebody's son. You are not special, and nowhere in that book does it say that you're special. Y'all black women, because of course she black, y'all all seem to think this way, and y'all are at the bottom of the pile when it comes to dating, when it comes to relationships. And all the women that follow you guys will get what you get because you're all doing this shit wrong. And not in the way of God at all. Ain't nothing about what you doing fair. Ain't nothing in there where you treating that person the way you want to be treated. So you ain't doing it in the eyes of God at all. This is your free will in the way you're choosing to behave. That was so inappropriate. You gonna say something like that. Imagine that your mama took you, or your daddy took you, or your best friend took you to a restaurant and you told them, go to hell. Where's the nearest hell? There would have been a problem at that table. She wouldn't dare disrespect them. But she will disrespect a person she don't know when she has not made an initial investment. She's made no investment. The only person that loses in this situation is the man. He has to dress right, look right, smell right, speak right, have something that to drive that's nice. Okay. Spend his money and make her and entertain her pretty much. And at the end of the night, he'd be lucky if he getting a pat on the back, while the other guy breaking her back for free. Like I said, you black women do not have a brain to me. A lot of y'all, I ain't gonna say all of y'all, but I'm gonna say a lot of y'all do not have any. Let me make it clear. The black woman is the lead of this group, but there are some dumb women out here, all right, and other colors too, that are following y'all lead. And they are single just like y'all. This is an initial investment. Now let's walk down this road. If she would have said yeah. If she would have put her money up with him, obviously he driving nice, because she ain't talking about him, because she would have. They'll say any and everything about you they don't like when this happens, okay? She would have put in with him, there could be more dates, because now you got somebody that's paying with you. Meaning, he's willing to spend the money. He's willing to do the dates. He just don't want to completely lose. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? In my eyes, there's nothing wrong with what he asked her. He should have. And to me, that would have been a test. And if she would have said no, I would never talk to her again. Now, would I be in that situation? No, because I would never take her to a restaurant that costs $120 anyway, unless I want to go there to eat. And I just happen to be cool and feeling a little more generous that day to take somebody with me. But it wouldn't be a woman like that. It wouldn't be a woman with, because a person like that, when you talk to them, this is what you're supposed to do. When you talk to them and ask questions and listen, you will hear that attitude in the conversation. You will hear that mindset in that conversation. If you talk to her right and ask questions and just listen to her, you will hear where she at, and you can save your money. It's okay to spend the money on somebody that's worth it. To me, she wasn't worth it. She was talking like she was an 8, 9, or 10, and her time was something special. And she just like a 5 or a 4, bro, without the makeup. And she's sitting there talking shit. How about you coming there without that makeup, without that weave in your head, and let's see what you really look like, and now sit down at the table. I bet she be a lot more humble and be a lot more different than how she being now. Because they don't look that way when they take off that shit, that fake shit. Because that ain't the real you. That's the fake you. And if the fake you can only get a 6 with the lights off, ugh, what the real you get with the lights on. So I just see it as disrespect, not appreciative about anything. Very, very disrespectful. Her behavior wasn't authentic at all. She was pretending with him. She had no hesitation to tell him that she didn't really like him to begin with. If it was somebody she really liked, she wouldn't have said it like that. She would have tried to, if it was a man she really was attracted to sexually, she wouldn't have said it like that. She would have talked to him in a different way. She didn't have no like for the guy. She wasn't attracted to the guy. She just wanted the free meal. And guys, you need to pay attention to this, because a lot of the women are just looking for free meals. And if you want to know how to read those women and understand that that's a free meal, just listen to some of the telltale signs. I want to eat at a certain restaurant. I don't want to eat at this type of restaurant. I want to go to that type of restaurant. I want to eat here. It got to be a 5-star. Or we got to go on this many dates, and you got to take me out to this many restaurants or this many dates before you can start talking to me about anything. She's selling something. She putting a price on her booty, and more than likely she's not gonna give you anything. And then the guys that she is sleeping with ain't gotta take her nowhere. So they sleeping with low level men that they don't even want to date, and that really don't want to date them. The other guy breaking her back, you taking her out, he's dicking her down, and she's giving you the attitude and ain't giving him nothing but all the lollipop time he can want and all the beat downs that he'll love to have, and he's getting it for free. And then she thinks that she's being smart, all the while accumulating bodies, sleeping with somebody that ain't gonna go nowhere. The person she's sleeping with won't even spend $120 on her, and she ain't got enough sense to know that you talking to somebody that's willing to do something, that is doing something for you. Not willing, doing something for you that they don't have to do. And then the nigga you sleeping with and won't give you nothing. He ain't taking you nowhere. You want to go to these places because the men you been sleeping with ain't taking you to these places. That's the reality. What I'm seeing is that women do not want to deal with the reality that they're actually living in. The real reality is that you got some guy you sleeping with, that you been sleeping with, that ain't taking your ass nowhere. Because if you was getting took out by the other guy, you wouldn't want to go on a date with this guy. So you got to look at it, the reality. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't getting took out nowhere unless they friends and all them getting together to go out. These women ain't getting took out like that and wine and dine. They might get a free meal here and there from some sucker that ain't smart enough to sit there and see that he being used. The dude that she like is not taking her out. He beating her down. He piping her down. he's stroking her. He's playing a patty cake with her, okay, a lot. And then she ain't asking him for nothing. She ain't telling him he gotta take her here. He gotta take her there. He ain't even taking her ass to a movie. And she giving him everything. And then she coming over here trying to put on her makeup and her best face to get this guy to take her out. And then she gonna disrespect the guy that's actually doing something for her. And then go back and lay with the guy that ain't doing nothing for her. This is their way of thinking. Their brains are fucking dodo bird central. Okay, just... I can't even say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because it ain't a Cocoa Puff in here. It don't seem to be no lights on inside this place. It seemed to be vacant in her head. There's no common sense, no logic, nothing smart about it. It's just all stupid shit in there. Just stupid shit. And with a mindset like that, you don't need to talk to somebody like that because they stupid. And all the stupid person gonna do is bring more stupidity and more dumb shit to the fucking front for you to deal with. That's a problem. He could have took her on 3 dates and spent that same amount of money. Let's just say he took her on 3 dates and he spent a little bit more each time he took on a date. It wouldn't have meant nothing to her. She would have said that same shit to him if it would have been 3 dates, if it would have been 4. Imagine he took on 3 or 4 dates and then turned around and spent $400-500 and then turned around and asked her that question, and then just like that she just canceled you for some shit you said that she didn't like. When somebody don't invest with you, it's very easy for them to walk away and throw it away because they didn't lose nothing. Guys, you need to make them invest with you. So if it's a loss from both sides. And then these bitches will stop doing that dumb shit that they doing because they gonna have to put in. But that time is very near coming. Because when this assistance gets yanked, all that you don't need the man shit, we gonna see who need who. Because I can guarantee the men don't need you. They don't need you. They don't need you for shit but that quick one, and they can pay for that. Listen, I used to say, you know what, I would never pay for nothing. I don't agree with paying for no booty in it because I never had dated no women that was like that asked me for nothing. But let me tell you something. The men that is paying for it, to me, they're winning. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. I don't mean the ones paying for dates. I mean the ones just paying for the booty and that's it. They're winning. And let me explain what I mean. They ain't got to worry about birthdays. They ain't got to worry about dinner dates. They ain't got to worry about anniversaries. They ain't got to worry about Christmas time. They ain't got to worry about trips. They ain't got to worry about hair and nails. They ain't got to worry about children. They ain't got to worry about cars. They ain't got to worry about baby daddies. They just get to do their thing and go back to their normal life and keep their money in their pocket. You know how much money? Listen, he could have bought some booty for what he paid for her. He could have bought some, and it would have looked better than her. It would have looked better than her. I'm just going to stop holding anything back because you ladies don't have no problems being nasty with the men and not respectful. She should have been more respectful. He took her somewhere he didn't have to take her. He did something he didn't have to do, and he also lost his time. He didn't just lose his money. He lost his gas, his time, his energy, his resource. He lost it all. That's his shit. That's his $120. That $120 can buy some shit in that grocery store when it's a good price, but right now it ain't too bad. It could have bought him a lot of shit. That could have bought him a lot of meals. That could have made him meals to last him a little while. He could have used that money any way he wanted to use it. It's his money. And she acted like complete shit because she didn't pay shit. Now, if that would have been her money, she would have never said no shit like that. She would have never came off like that. She'd have been angry the same way I'm sure he was to hear it. But he dodged a bullet. Because, like I just said, if he would have went on 3 or 4 more dates and spent even more money, or even in that same amount, no matter what he spent, if he would have asked that question, she would have did that same shit to him. It tells you a lot that she not attracted to him like that. Guys, listen. A first date a woman wants to go to an expensive restaurant, she's usually not attracted to you. That's just couldn't drive. That's what I'm pretty sure, and I firmly believe she's not attracted to you. She wants to make you pay before you get to lay with her. And all the money you spending on that one woman, you could just go get another woman and do your thing, or you could just go pick somebody better. If I'm gonna pay for a date, I'm gonna pick somebody I'm really attracted to, not just kind of cute. I don't pick somebody I'm really attracted to. Listen, guys, listen. You need to start disqualifying these women who don't have their shit together physically, who attitudes are bad. Just don't even worry about them, and their attitudes will get better. When nobody wants to take them out, when nobody is because already men really ain't talking to women. And you know how bad that is? You in some place in the store and you walk by a black woman and you act like she another color or another being from another world. They a stranger that you ain't never seen. Like you walk by her like y'all don't have nothing in common. Like y'all ain't the same color at all. That shit is sad, but it's what's happening. I don't know how many times I walked in and felt bad, and just don't say nothing to them. I don't care. Walk right on by them. Right on by their ass. I'm not dealing with that shit. Because if you speak to them and say hello, then you're trying to talk to them. Or if you speak to them and be nice, then there's something wrong. But if you wearing a Rolex and a big gold chain and diamonds everywhere, then ain't nothing wrong. Then it's hello. So, no, bro. Even fat girls got a bad attitude. So I understand why men are just not talking to women or approaching women, and I wouldn't either. And I'm totally in agreement with not approaching them. Who won't listen? I was looking at the lady the other day saying that the men should be okay with getting a little rejection. That you should still say something to her. That maybe she was just having a bad day. Talking like these bitches is queens. Like you Nefertiti or somebody. Like you somebody of power. You ain't shit. You a regular ass motherfucker. Ain't nobody should be catering and bowing to you. The fuck are you? What you done for somebody to have to do that they don't even know you? You should be glad to get a hello and act polite and nice about it. Where the fuck is y'all manners that y'all growed up with? When I grew up, if somebody said good morning, you better say that shit back. If somebody said hey, you had to say hey back. You supposed to be polite. These motherfuckers walk around like Oscar the Grouch off Sesame Street and don't say nothing to you with them thick ass, crazy looking eyelashes on. Them Grover eyelashes, them Batman, them bye-bye eyelashes. And they walk by like they some shit, and some of them be looking crazy as shit, and that shit be looking weird on them. And they're looking ugly, and they think it look cute. It look good. It don't. And we don't like that shit. We don't like fake things, ladies. We don't. And women with bad attitudes. And the lady was like, the men should, not have a problem with a little rejection. Who wants to get rejected? Yeah, as men, we've gotten rejected throughout our lives at different times, but who wants to go through that? They want somebody to make them, listen to this, they want somebody to pedalize them and make them feel good while they shit on the other person. They want men to approach them so they can reject them, so they could then feel good. It's like they think that they stars and they got a fan base. You ain't got no damn fan base. You not hot like that. You ain't none of that shit. You ain't no 8, 9, or 10. And even if you is, it don't matter. You ain't special. It's a lot of 8, 9s, and 10s out here. Millions and millions of them. So, ladies, when your looks fade, because your looks will fade, I wonder how you gonna feel then when you too old and all your shit hanging and sagging and cellulitis is everywhere, and you got a roadmap for a stomach, and you sitting over there talking that shit. I wonder how you gonna feel when the face get all them wrinkles and the bag set in and all that shit go to looking like who did it and where they went because of how you lived your life prior in your life. I want to know how you gonna feel when nobody speaks to you and they don't hold doors, or they get the door because they feel sorry for you, or because you just there and they don't want you, you don't look like you could get the door yourself, and you by yourself with your little dog or your little shit. I want to know, will you respect and be nice then? Y'all seem to get a lot more humble when you get in your older age. And all y'all should be humble, period, because you never know what could happen and when you might need that same person that you treating like shit. Let me tell you something. I've held doors for women and don't even get thank yous. I've held doors for women and don't even get thank you. Should always say thank you when somebody opened the door for you. They don't have to do it. I hold the door for women, for men. I don't give a shit. Whoever behind me, I just hold the door. That's just me. I treat everybody like I would treat myself in every situation. So I don't know how people could live in this world and not treat people the same way they would treat themselves. If I go off on you, in my mind, if I did the shit you did, I go off on me too. So I'm going off on you the same way I would go off on myself. Not joking with you at all. Every single situation throughout my day, when something happened, if I get cut off, if anything happened, I put myself as if I did that, how would I react? And then I respond. And I've been doing it for a long time. So it's instant for me. And I overlook people too. I'm like, man, yeah, I'll just overlook them. They stupid. Got stupid people out here. But people, black women, y'all need to do better. Y'all, grandma and great grandma and them didn't do this. We didn't behave this way. And I have a real problem with it. Because the more and more I'm looking at it, everybody that's saying things, all the men are saying stuff, it's true what they saying about the black women. And y'all should care about that. Because y'all future is doomed if men look at you this way and they hold the keys to relationship and marriage. Because they do. Just look at it this way. Y'all control sex and babies, right? And what do we see? Lots of babies, no marriages, lots of women selling ass and having sex with every and anybody. Because y'all have no control. When y'all are left in control of your own shit, it goes rampant, it goes all fucked up, and it just you ain't got no value. You ain't got no value now. You can't even put a price on the pussy because every other turn somebody giving it away. So I don't even know how y'all think y'all can put a price on there the way you do when there's so many other pretty women that'll give it away. Now, there's nothing wrong with giving it away if you finna date and get in a relationship. There's something wrong if you giving it away and you just giving it to everybody. And that's a hoe. I'm sorry, but that's a 304. Let's say it that way. That's a 304. And men don't want that. They'll sleep with it, but they're not gonna date you. And they're not going to take you serious. They're not going to give you a relationship. They're not going to give you marriage. So ladies, you at least need to know that when you're dealing with men, we don't want those type of women to represent us in a relationship, to represent us and be as our lady, to represent us as a wife. We don't want that. That is not normal. Men don't want that, and they're never going to want that. I'm sorry to break the news to you. But you need more than looks. You need to know how to be honest. Y'all don't really offer much. Y'all don't. Y'all don't give the man none of your money. So all you doing is giving him sex, which is what you giving every other man. A lot of y'all can't cook. A lot of y'all don't clean. You don't really have your own cars or your shit. And the ones that do, you want somebody to make the payment because you done put yourself in something that you up to your neck in, getting choked with the payment, and you want somebody to come in and pay. It's like y'all accumulate y'all debts, not making smart decisions, and then y'all want someone to come in and fix your mess like a child. And sorry, but men ain't gonna do that for you. They're not gonna do it. Now you might be able to get the old fat guy or the old guy or the toe up looking guy, the below average guy. You might get him to do it. He might accept it because he wants companionship. Those are the men that a lot of you ladies with your attitude and physical looks, that's what y'all qualify for. Sorry, but I just gotta say it. That's what you qualify for. A lot of y'all don't qualify for the type of men that y'all are describing and wanting. You don't qualify for that. To get a man that you describing and wanting that's in great shape, you have to be in some nice shape. Then you have to have a great attitude. Then you have to have all your not be so fake with everything. Okay, with all this eyelash shit and all this crazy shit, because men just don't like all of that. Let's just put it in the order it should be so you don't get confused, because it ain't a whole lot of stuff. You have to be in great shape. Then you have to have a great attitude. Then you have to have catering skills. And you have to have respect and put that man first and give him time. You have to basically give him time. Give him your time. He's going to want your attention. So if you do those things, and you have to be feminine, that's very important, because masculine women are very difficult to deal with. Masculine women it's just no way to really be with a masculine woman. And I'm going to say this with all respect, ladies, men don't want masculine women. Men of value, men who got their shit right, will never marry a masculine woman. That's okay to sleep with. That's okay to date, to talk to, and kick it with sometimes. That ain't even good in a relationship. And in a lot of situations, it ain't even good in the bedroom. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. I don't care who don't like it. I'm just saying what it is. On here, I'm going to tell you the truth and how I feel about it, what I've seen, my experiences, and what I'm seeing presently, and what I've all the research I've done. I'm gonna give you the truth. I don't care who like it and who don't. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And ladies, no, men don't want masculine women, especially in no relationship, because she ain't gonna do nothing but everything you telling her not to do, and everything she ain't supposed to do, she gonna do. She gonna disrespect all the time because she think that she can do what she want. It just, no, okay? But that's another video. I'm not gonna get into that because that's a good video. I'm gonna make a video on masculine women. But this situation, no free meals, guys, okay? The lady had no respect for the guy. It could have been 4 meals. It could have been 5 meals. It could have been $300-400. She would have did him the same way. And the guy she's sleeping with at home, he ain't giving her nothing. Not a nickel. And she's sleeping with him and sucking and blowing him just fine. And she ain't getting nothing out of that deal. And she think by sleeping with that guy cares about her. And that guy won't spend $120 on her to save her damn life. So she's an idiot. The guy that's willing to spend is only asking you to spend with him, which is, to me, a 50-50 thing anyway. He's spending with you, which means your life where you don't really get to go do nothing, and you might get to do something here and there if you can find a sucker to take you out. You talking about a man that will come and take you out, and y'all could do things together. Take cruises, take trips. You just gonna put in a little bit on it. So what? You're blowing that shit on the hairdo anyway, and all that bullshit makeup and weave you doing. I know what you pay for your hairdos, your $200-300. You pay for your hairdos. You spending it on that anyway. Why not look good going somewhere than sitting in your house or just putting on some makeup and getting to go on a date? Like, that's so stupid. All the time you losing, you ain't gonna get back. You ladies can have an adventure and actually get to do something if you're willing to invest into your own stuff. What I see is that you ladies want all these things and don't want to sacrifice anything or take a loss for none of it. You just want it to be given to you, and God don't work like that. Anything you ask God for, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. And if you're not willing to make a sacrifice, you're not going to get it. And if you're not willing to make a sacrifice, if you get it, you're not going to keep it. Maintenance is what it's called. She could have kept having dates like this if she was willing to put in. And how she know he wasn't testing her? And we know if he took on this restaurant, he probably would have kept taking her to restaurants. But she said he sounded dumb. Let me put on my dumb voice. Like, no respect. She wouldn't have did that to her daddy. She wouldn't have did that to her best friend. So she ain't got no manners, no home training, and no respect. And nobody should take her out. So that's my opinion on that. You tell me what you think about it in the comments. Hey, peace. Okay, guys, if you like my video, give me the thumbs up. Okay, I put up a new video almost every day or every other day. So